Hey, what's going on, guys? G1X here, and today I thought we'd take a look at Transformers Masterpiece MP-22 Ultra Magnus. Now, I don't have any of the cars transformed to show you that he can actually carry 4 cars, but believe me, he can. It's in the pictures. You've seen probably plenty of them already. You can fit one here, here, and here. So you can do the all roll-up gimmick if you want to pull these down and have them roll up, or even attach this and have them roll up that way. So it does have some play factor there, even though that's not something that I'm going to be doing. Close it all up. Now, as far as the stuff that he does come with his gun, which is located right here in his alt mode. You get a Spike and Daniel, and you get these 2 additional fists, which I will show off here in a bit. But just taking a look at Spike and Daniel, it's not too bad. Again, they don't have any eyes. Why they don't have any eyes, I have no idea. But the arms, they do move. The head doesn't rotate. The legs, you can see that they can go that way, and knee bend so that he can sit, and Daniel can do the same thing. So he can sit because you can place them both in here. We'll show that off right now. If you lift up on this cab section, you see the little chairs right there, 1 and 2. You can place them there. I don't want to deal fishing with them and trying to get them back out. So we're just going to set them off to the side. Again, like I said, you do get these 2 additional fists, and he does have the fist that he's already equipped with. Does not come with a matrix, but we're going to grab MP10s. In the directions it says MP10, the rest is in Japanese, but I did understand that. These slide in just like so. Now, it does stay in there quite well. And you slide that one on there. You can raise his hands above him, and it's recreating that scene wherever, Galvatron comes in and, kills him, and that's it for a little bit until the Junkyons put them back together. But you can recreate that whole scene. I'm not going to say what it is just because there's a swear word, and in case there's a younger viewer watching, then, that's that. As far as, how big is he? Now, this is one of the larger figures. Now, Ultra Magnus is the largest that we've had thus far, up to MP-22. But this is, I believe, MP-09 Hot Rod, and you can kind of see how he compares to them. So, pretty big dude as far as the trailer. The trailer it's exactly the same length as MP-10 with his trailer, to kind of give you an idea. I don't have that in reach, but I do have this trailer for Black Rodimus, so you can kind of see that. And kind of get the idea whenever I do have him, in his Rodimus Prime mode, that it's probably going to stick out about that far. So it's still pretty nice as far as comparison goes, and being accurate to what we saw. Now, a couple of things on this. You can see that he does roll quite nice. He does actually bend right here, so he can bend that much. The cabin, or the truck part of it, does not separate on its own, but I see a screw in here, so if you wanted to attach that, then you could probably take this off and have the truck all by, on its own. But there is a screw right there hindering that, or is it? Okay. No, you can actually, there we go. So you can actually just push that, and then now you have this little guy running around. So, cool little feature. I just figured that out. Sorry about that. But we'll put this back on here. Make sure that that is secure. I like that little feature. It does roll nice. These are all rubber tires, so that's something that I like the rubber tires, but it's one of those things that over time, if you have a lot of figures that have rubber tires, you want to make sure that you're cutting out all the sunlight into that room. I've done that just in case, because these will start cracking and stuff like that, so even if it's not directly on the figure, it just kind of dries them out. So just a little tip for you guys. As far as these missiles up here, these can actually detach, as you can see. Now, they don't fire or anything like that, but they do detach. If you wanted to give him a different look, you could spin this around, and these could fit this way, if you wanted to do it that way. I don't know if he ever did that in the show, maybe. The mirrors, they come out just like MP-10. You can see some nice detail. Biggest complaint is this red bumper here at the front. I know a lot of people said that they did not like that. I'm in the same boat with you. I have no idea. Even whenever I transformed him into his robot mode, as you'll see, this red bumper does not come into play anywhere of why it should be red. So I'm just kind of really dumbfounded on why they did that. All right, now we're going to get this guy transformed. I'm going to raise it up a little bit there. Go ahead and grab the smokestacks, and you're just going to spin these down. I'll do the same with this one right here. You have this center section here that its only purpose is to cover up this hole. So the way you do that is you'll just press down on that little button and kind of flip those out. Same thing on this other side. Go ahead and take this gun out and set it to the side. Oh, look how small this gun is. That's what it looks like. So, all right, go ahead and move that to the side. Next thing that we're going to do is flip this upside down, and you have these wheels right here. This is what locks this into place with the rest of this. You can kind of see these pegs. This is going to fit in there. That's going to fit in there. So go ahead and bring that in, and there we go. So I heard that, pop. Okay, now they're both in there good. And you see that that holds that steady into place. Next thing we're going to do is right here, you're going to pop this section out like so. Go ahead and swing this back, swing that back. I'm going to do the same for this section. Pop that out, swing this back, swing that back. Go ahead and pop these, and we will come undone. We can set those off to the side. Next, back here, what we want to do is these wheels, you have the fake wheels on the inside and the real wheels on the out. So you're going to pull this towards you, and there's just a sliding joint there, then rotate and push it back down. Same thing with that, and push that back down. I'm going to come forward with, before you do that, these little sections right here, you just pop this over here and come all the way back with it. Pop this, come all the way back with that. Then you can rotate these feet down and go ahead and separate if you want. And whenever you come down with this, this is actually going to hold this section in place. Hold that in place. And there you can see that you get the legs done. There we go. So there are the links. Coming up here, you're going to rotate that around. Rotate this up, just like so. And you can see where there's a joint right here. This is actually going to swing down like so. You can do the same thing with this. You're going to rotate this all the way up. You can see that there's a joint right there. That's going to come down and fill in those gaps. And just kind of leave those sitting there, and we'll finish the arms at the end. You can see Ultra Magnus's head. This section here, you're going to grab the waist, pull that, pop that into place. Next thing that you're going to do is separate this section, and you're going to come down with this chest, which is basically the back part of the cab. Come down with it. You can see that the Ultra Magnus head can slide forward, and then you can rotate it. Now to this section here, you want to just kind of untab this stuff, because this front section is tabbed into these sides, so I'm going to close those mirrors up so you don't break them. You're going to swing down and rotate all the way back, and you can come down with this. These two sections right here, you're going to pull out. So they're like on a little sliding joint, just right there and right there. You can see that there's a tab right here. That's actually going to tab into the rim. So you're going to go ahead and rotate that. And when you line that up with the rim, then you can push that in and tab that in, and then that's done securely. Do the same thing with this. Pull this out. Make sure you pull out at the bottom here where it's attached. If you pull out back here, this is flimsy. I mean, it's Takara quality, but it's still, if anything, you're pulling up here when the joint's down there, you're going to break it clean off, and it's not going to be able to transform anymore. Again, you have that tab there. Bring that around, and you're going to push that into the wheel. So that's probably the most important part. You want to make sure whenever you're pulling this out, is you're pulling down here with these two tabs. Right here, or these two sliding rods, whatever you want to call them. You can go ahead and close that up. You can push that up if you want to. Swinging it around here again. Bring these around, and also these arms, they have a sliding joint. The same thing with this. Bring this around. Going to spin this around. Go like that. Spin that around. That'll go like that. These tops. We'll set up at the top. And then you have the fist reveal. And there Ultra Magnus is, all transformed. Let me get it so you can see a little bit better. Yeah, so I mean, it doesn't look too bad, you know, in his robot mode. I mean, I definitely like it. It is Ultra Magnus. It looks G1. Yeah, is he, you know, kind of bulky and heavy in some places? Yeah, he is, but I mean, he's Ultra Magnus. He was never, you know, sleek in design anyway. He's supposed to be kind of a big character. Now, one problem that I see with kind of QC is right here. And it's the only place that I see it. Everywhere else is nice, but it seems like whenever they took this off the sprues, they didn't sand that down. So that's something that, you know, I'll be able to fix, but I shouldn't have to, if you can kind of see what I'm talking about, where it looks like it came off the sprues there. As far as articulation, his head does rotate, looks up and down. He can move here at the shoulder. They go in and out just a little bit, not too much, just because of, you know, this right here kind of hinders that. It does rotate here at the bicep. They do bend 90 degrees. The hand does rotate. The bottom three, they come out, and then you have the individual finger, which, does that rotate? No? Okay, so the individual finger, it does not have a joint there at the knuckle. It's just kind of molded one solid piece. As far as the waist, doesn't have anything. The legs, they do go forward, they go back. He can go out quite a bit. He does rotate here at the thigh. He bends forward at the knee and back at the knee. And he does have quite a bit of ankle pivot, if you can see that. So, I mean, you can get him in some super wide stance if you wanted to. But just kind of give you guys a little 360. Now, I did see that there's someone did a mod to get rid of this like little flap here. I'm not much of, you know, modding my masterpiece. I just want them to stay the way they're supposed to stay. But there is something like that online. And one of the other things is he does have a different face. So if you saw back here, pull this back, there is the extra face. There's a spot for both faces, which is really nice. I like that convenience. That it's one of those things that you can store on the figure. The way to change that out is... Oh, my hands are all sweaty now. Okay, yeah. Pull out like so, and you can kind of see his face like that. What you want to do is, where it's back here on this one tab, you want to make sure again that you push up where the nose is. You press back here, you're probably going to end up breaking that off, so it'll come off easily, just like so. Go ahead and press that one on, just the same. Now he's got his mouth open face. And you can plug that on. You can go ahead and store this one in the back so that you don't lose it. We'll give him his gun. Holds it pretty good. Oh, he rotates at the elbow, or at the wrist as well. And again, you know, he does have this in case you want to, you know, lift his hands up, and those just pop off their ball joints and do that scene. As far as comparisons go, I'm going to set him back here. Here he is with MP-10. I think that's pretty nice. You also have wheel jack there, and there is Bumblebee. I do have a couple of other comparisons for you guys, so that's as far as Masterpiece goes. And then we'll be done with this. I think I covered everything on this. His two worst enemies, obviously from the '86 animated movie, you have Galvatron. So if you want to see those two paired up side by side. And in the Japanese Headmaster series, Six Shot. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. And I will probably I got a couple other Masterpiece figures and I haven't done reviews on, so maybe I'll do those this week or next. So talk to you guys later. Peace.